West, the Operations Director at AGILE.
Kara Grubus, I am Director of Engineering here at AGILE.
Ann Branson, Senior Program Manager with AGILE Space Industries.
I'm Rachel Lazowitz. I am the Senior Controller.
My name is Robin. I am a Propulsion Design Intern.
Mary Ellen Phillips, Propulsion Analyst Engineer.
I'm Julia Kliski, Space Communicator and Content Creator.
Nicole Gabrielli, Accounting Administration for Agile Additive.
Jamie Nollett. I am a propulsion test engineer here at AGILE.
One thing that was always funny in oil and gas was that space was used as a comparative scenario to failure is not an option.
I grew up obsessed with all things space. Was one astronaut or another for Halloween for 5 years. And then growing up happened, you almost outgrow these visions.
Started going to school, I didn't know what kind of engineer I wanted to be. When you start looking at mechanical engineering jobs, aerospace is fantastically fun.
I had this defining moment when I was really young. There was another school that held an open house observatory/science night. That was the first time I'd looked through like a high-power telescope. It hit me like nothing before.
I started college not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. As soon as I took my first accounting class, I really took to it.
When I was going through college, I really struggled with knowing exactly what I wanted to do and being like super specific about it.
I got a degree in journalism and I had no idea what I was doing and decided to go back to school to be an engineer. A male-dominated field is scary.
My high school offered an accounting class because I just took it to fill my schedule, and I really enjoyed it.
And a science teacher of mine actually just handed me this book that had a ton of space pictures, and 7th grade me was absolutely dazzled by it. It became a love of propulsion.
I was serving in the Air Force. I landed in the aerospace community. I went from missiles to satellite development, moving into the commercial side. Then I have a degree in economics and love economics and the way of thinking, and really think that really helps me in my role.
I've now been in the aerospace industry for nearly 22 years.
It was 10 p.m. on a Tuesday and they released who they onboarded for my team, and I just was so frustrated, so heartbroken, and I really had to sit there and think, okay, I am the only woman still. That's annoying and sad to me, but I'm gonna do something about it.
I joined a coding class and I was in junior high, and the teacher after the first intro class pulled me aside to interview me to make sure I was really convicted about doing this because I was the only woman in the class.
Immediately in the Air Force, where what I've observed as the biggest obstacle, but also the biggest opportunity, is that as a woman in this industry, we don't blend in. And so no matter what you do, it gets noticed. With that comes opportunities to stand out and to excel. It's also the hurdle of you kind of don't get to have a bad day.
You're belittled. You're not taken seriously. One time this guy called and he yelled at me and just said he didn't want to talk to me because I didn't know what I was doing and I was a woman, and that I got where I was by doing some unsavory things.
Because you already feel so lonely, and you're in your head you're just oh, nobody else feels this way, I'm the only one, even though it's quite obvious you're not the only one.
The percentage of females, male in starting positions were higher, but once you looked at partner level or high level positions, it was very clearly male dominated.
You're very aware that you're different and that you represent this minority group.
I moved into a new building, sitting fairly close, to other people that were my same age, but they looked older, and they were guys, and people would come up to me and just oh, you must be the new intern, and it's no, I'm not. I'm an engineer just like that person right over there. It's all about finding those places and spaces where you can be completely true to yourself, and people accept you, you accept them.
I was offshore in a control room, and we were starting up an integrated compression system, and I noticed that one of the compressors suction pressure was going down. The room was silent and I spoke up. I was told at that moment in front of everybody in the control room that I should go sit in the corner where little girls belong offshore. I knew that the next 5 minutes of my actions were going to matter for future people that came to that platform.
I walked into the office ready for a lot of looks, and I didn't get any. I'm a person, and I've made it here because of my skill level, and I'm heard and listened to and given responsibilities, given credit where credit's due, and thanked and been congratulated when I make achievements, and that's huge.
Being a woman at Agile, we're building the foundation right now, setting the tone, not just as women driving that culture, but the men that we work with and the priorities that they set.
I feel very supported. People are very grateful and they say it.
I love working at Agile. It's engaging, rewarding. People are fantastic.
I'm going to wear bright colors in the office. I'm going to be who I am anyway. I am a woman and I am an engineer, and those things don't have to be separate. I don't need to change myself in order to do that.
As a woman working in Agile, I feel great. You're a person, I'm a person. Agile has so many women within the company in different positions that it was just a very welcoming environment. It was encouraging to see so many women in a male predominant field.
They really believed in me, took a shot on me. I started out as an associate engineer, which was meant to be a temporary thing. I was given an offer letter for a permanent position.
Agile is supportive of anyone in their career. I am inspired to see the women we do have at Agile. Everyone is very high caliber. It's a very supportive place to work due to everyone respecting that there is a different skill set that is brought by each individual hire, and we are all working together for a common goal.
Agile's awesome, and it's a company that provides a fluid atmosphere that, in turn promotes innovation and progress. And
I couldn't imagine working in another career field.
If you want to go into it, just do it. You learn a lot along the way. If you are struggling with something, always ask for help. There are so many people that are willing to help you.
You don't need to fit into a perfect box to be qualified.
Don't doubt yourself. Do what makes you happy and don't let anyone take the happiness away from you.
Persist. Don't get complacent. Be resilient. When folks are, comparing themselves to what they think they should be, it's not. Every path's different.
It doesn't really matter what other people think. If you know in your heart that this is something that you care about and something you want to do, then you can make it happen.
Ask questions and not feel guilty for it. Recognize your own intelligence. Find a support system. It doesn't have to be women.
Don't look at stereotypes.
I have a sign that says courage is being scared to death but still saddling up anyway. And I think it's just about having the courage to follow through with your convictions.
Do what makes you happy. Disregard those stigmas. Be confident in your thoughts and your ideas and your words.
If your desire is to shape and build the future, a career in STEM is really the way to go.